looking for a foot, and it's just going to be a long corner. So a good response from this Heat side. Got themselves a long corner. Charlotte Lowe, who looks to go wide. So to no avail. That was a good passage of play for the Heat. They had a reverse stick shot, and the rebound was just didn't go to stick. Eventually got a long corner, but they not able to get anything more from that long corner as it's over the sideline. And now it's the Raiders who will look to outlet, and they go down the left-hand side. They go direct, intercepted by the Heat. It's Kazi, who's a real live wire up front, who's putting all the pressure. Look at her get back as well. Gets all around the field. Now she's defending and tackling. And if she's not defending and tackling, she's up front pressing and scoring goals. Over the top they go. Stick interference, so Heat ball. Played into the high-lying striker. A good wall pass back, and now the carry into space, but intercepted none other than Abrams. And the run. And look at her go. This is great work. Exceptional work. Eyes come up, look to scan. Abrams looks for support. Shot comes in, and well, she was looking for a striker high up. But a superb run, winning ball deep in her own half, and showing a good turn of pace. Henderson looking wide. Can't find Gomes down on that left-hand side. Now the counter-attack from the Heat. In it goes to the midfield. Still won by the Heat. Scrambling and desperation from the Heat to try and keep the ball. But it's Gomes who comes away with it. Henderson eyes up and finds a great pass. Now the setup. And it's in. Oh, and it just gets a deflection. Super play from the Raiders as they go down the left-hand side. He set it up and get the cross in. Looking for that deflection on the far post. From the number 46. I haven't got a number on the team sheet for number 46, but she was in a really good position to get that final touch. So important that your strikers get onto those far posts where she was, and just a quick fire pass came in and maybe a little bit heavy, and wasn't unable to get enough stick on that ball. That would have been a telling blow for the Heats to go into half-time break 3-0 down. Now they've won it. Just see the Heat get their eyes down, and they're running out of opportunities here or support as they gain. Eyes are down, and that's just because the Raiders, every time the Heat get the ball, they're really in their faces, and the players are feeling the pressure. And when they feel that pressure, their head goes down and they run away from support. And it's playing into the hands of this Raiders side. But it's the energy and the intensity from the Raiders that is being the undoing of this Heat side at present. Platform set. Into the midfield. Henderson looks to outlet and does well. Kazi just can't collect. Hunts on this left-hand side. She'll run off the ball from Fairburn College. They look to go over the top to the Heat. It's neatly fielded and played higher up the field. Played to Emma Anderson. But one again from the Heat. And this is a good opportunity for them. The cross comes in. There's a touch. And wow, that was a touch from Kaylin Heath. The ball was played in. It just needed a little bit more speed on the ball so she could use all that speed to deflect. Again, getting in there late, and that's what you want from your strikers, getting in there a little late and coming late into that space to make the deflection. So in the right area, use the reverse stick. Just needed a little bit more pace on the ball. Good chances now for the Heats. They're starting to up the ante and get it back into the game, and they win themselves their first penalty corner. So a good opportunity now for the Heat. They've worked their way back into the game. They're 2-0 down. They can score now just before half-time break. Everything that's happened in the first two quarters can be forgotten about. Shot fired in, good save. Rebound. And some advantage played. And there's a re-award. Well, that was a very good shot in at goal with quite a bit of power. Played again, onto the stick, shot comes in, deflection. Oh my word, that was close. And that is the end of the second quarter. It's 2-0 to the Raiders. And we'll be back after the halftime break. So we're up and running for the third quarter. this under 18 cup game, girls cup game. And it's the Heat that start pretty brightly. We were blown away early on in that first quarter, conceding through a lovely goal from Anjan Kazi. And then it was Hannah Henderson who scored in the second quarter through a penalty corner. And, I've been a bit shell-shocked in this these first two quarters. They came back quite strongly in the latter stages of the second quarter, and they've started the third well. They've created a couple of opportunities late in that second quarter, and now it's their turn to press and put the Raiders under the kind of pressure that they wonder. Over the top of that press with a beautiful little overhead and into Dukins. She can't gather, and it's the Heat side, which is full of running now. Shot comes in from the wide areas, and it was played with the wrong side of the stick, so Raiders ball. Henderson in the midfield. It's lost, and it's Vaughan who's on the ball. Well, I see this side has two number 52s. So a couple of so Gungumbela is the number 52 up front. Played out and carried now by the number 45 from the Raiders. We haven't got a name for that number, but she's having a really good game down that right-hand side. They've utilised her well. The number 45 from the Raiders. Now it's the turn of the Heat to carry nicely down the right hand side as well. The cross comes in. Did it hit the wrong side of the stick? Umpire's happy with it. And looking for Gugubela up front. Played out, and it's Grasso on that left-hand side who receives. Gabriela Grasso from Fairmont in the number 25 jersey. Henderson, so prominent in this game. Lovely, gets the eyes up, just looking for Parker, Amira Parker up front from Edgemead High School. It's again Parker who will carry, gets across there, and the ball is free. It's a bit scrappy. Ball played in, looking for the foot was, I think it was Henderson. Here comes some very nice, intricate 3D skills from the number 104's played in. Shot comes in wide, and it gets a deflection. It was Kazi who found herself in good space. Looks to unleash a shot. It gets a deflection, and it's a long corner. Kazi got herself into such beautiful space there. Took it on the open stick, which was a good idea. Gave herself, got her body around, and was able to flick it with the forehand. Played in and out into the midfield. Better interplay from the Heat as they get out of this Raiders press. Press that was menacing early on in this game. The cross comes in for that far post. No one home. Good idea. It's Kaylin Heath from Weinberg Girls High School. So platform set for the Raiders. Scrambled out to the left half. Intercepted. Still Heat ball, but possession given away. So it's Isabella Bays who's in that midfield area for the Heat. One Gomes on the ball. She will run it to the left-hand side.
Let's go.
Played into the midfield. Now the carry. And who else but Jahan Abrams, who's had an outstanding game, has played to the top of the D's. Kazi now with a chance. Can she put it away? And she does. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's Abrams and Kazi who combine. The two South African under-18 players combine beautifully. And it's Kazi who ends up finishing. She had a lot of work to do. It was a beautiful ball from Abrams through the middle. Kazi had to beat a player, beat the keeper, reverse stick shot into the back of the box. It's cool, calm, collected. Such good composure. It shows the class of the striker. Open play goal again for Kazi. 3-0 up in the third quarter. Just when you thought the Heat were working their way back into the game. It's that beautiful run, and she's done it a lot today. Abrams has run out of defense, and then she cuts across from left to right. She goes against the grain, and she's able to make such telling runs into Heat territory. And it ends up with the goal, and Anderson goes through there. She wins another corner. So Raiders get themselves a sixth penalty corner. Right on the top of that corner, it looks like it's Abrams. He's on the Castle number 1. I'm sure they're going to use it. They do. Abrams comes off the top, flicks it to the left-hand side, down to the byline. The cross comes in. Oh, almost gets a deflection. It's Abrams who was in there looking for that deflection. It was played out to that short side and down to the byline, which got them a goal through Henderson, the second goal. So one up front. Henderson wins the hit now through Henderson. Henderson looks to play far post. Good run from Henderson. Plays it in to the far corner and finds a foot. Another penalty corner for Raiders. So will they use Grasso to the left again and then get it to Henderson, or will they go off the top through Abrams? Abrams goes now. She goes to shoot. But it's too high, dangerous. Yeah, the ball just coming a little bit too close to her feet, and she pulled it a bit, and as she pulled it, she squeezed behind the ball, and that's why it's lifted and dangerous. It has to hit the backboard for the first shot at goal, unless it's a flick. A lot of teams now using the old straight hit which was prominent many years ago. And mixing it up between the drag flick and the hit. At one stage it was only drag flicks a good few years ago, and now people are mixing it up again. And if you go back 30 years, you'll notice that the international sides used to mix it up a lot. It was either the straight hit or the flick. It was all about dropping the goalkeeper, getting the goalkeeper down or keeping him up. If they stayed up, you flicked. So let me change that. If they went down with the logging position, used to be called, you would go up. And, if they stayed up, you went with a shot. And, see that trend starting to come back into hockey again. So many years when teams were really just using that drag flick. But now with the protective gear that the Waves have and how fast they're getting out, many drag flicks are being run down. With the danger laws, having to anything above the knee is seen as dangerous. Teams have had to reinvent the short corner, using variations, moving the ball from the top, but also using that the hit is starting to come back into favor again. It's amazing how trends come and go in sport, and how you see that certain things are old-fashioned. Coaches reimagine it. Right, end of the third quarter. A credible goal from Anjan Kasi, but let's not forget Jahan Abrahams was on the assist with a magnificent run down the middle of the field. And it was Kasi who made it 3-0. It's 3 quarters done and 3 goals scored to the Raiders. So welcome back to the fourth quarter here at Western Province Cricket Club. It's the Raiders versus the Heat, and it's the Raiders who look like they're on their way to their first win of the tournament. They drew yesterday. They were a little bit unfortunate in the morning to lose 2-1. They had enough chances to win the game. I think that was against the Raptors. But it was the Raptors who ended up beating the Raiders 2-1. And the Raptors had to hang in there, but did well. Number 1, and it's the Heat. Sorry, the Raiders who will come back at this Heat side. What a run. Super run from the right-hand side. And another short corner for the Raiders side. Kazi, who has had an absolutely outstanding match. Kazi from Milnerton High School. It's made South African under 18 side, which is an incredible achievement. Here it goes from Henderson. Finds the foot. Another penalty corner. Re-award as it's charged down. 9 penalty corners now for the Raiders. To the top, taken on the stick, goes to the short side, played from Abrams. Just needed a touch, didn't it? Ball played in again from Anderson. It's won by the Heat, and they've taken it to the corner flag, and they eventually win the hit, and they can outlet. Well, Abrams played a beautiful ball to that far post. It just needed a striker sliding in there. The pace was just so good on it. Deep platform from the Heat. They're feeling the pressure, and you can just see this Raiders side step up, and there they go. They induce the unforced error, and they win possession just from a good, high, aggressive, well-organized press. Ball comes in to Kazi. Kazi can't gather, so it's the breakout from the Heat. So a little bit scrappy down the left-hand side as teams win possession, give it away, but now the Heat have won it, and they've thrown it in a bit of a blind pass, and they quite fortunately for them, there's an infringement a little bit deeper in the field, and they win the hit. So it's Emily Dickinson that's up front, and she does well to win ball. Emily Dickinson from Herschel. She's played provincial hockey before. And, she's playing in that kingpin role up front. There she goes again. Picks up. Fires to the far corner. Doesn't get a deflection. Well saved. And it's Dylan Brand who just gets a left foot there to that ball. Probably needed a little bit more pace in it from Dickinson. Again, what the Raiders could have used is a goal poacher on that far post. So into this final quarter, and the Heat have struggled in this match just to build up combination plays from defense to midfield to strikers, just to keep the ball for long periods. It's been very dominant from this Raiders side. Cross comes in, and first touch just eludes Kazi. It was Dickinson who fired it into the circle. Played into the circle on the bounce, and an awkward one to collect, so it's going to be Heat ball. And there you see that press there, and looking to step up. There's the outlet, and there's the late run into space. Just couldn't be intercepted, but the right idea. Gets it into the midfield, and now the carry comes through that area, well retained. Good play, and it's now Grasso out wide into the near post. Almost gets a deflection for a goal, but it's just wide. Gets a defender's stick. Hannah Henderson. Ball under the arm, looking for Grasso. Henderson, cross, comes in, can't find a stick. So we're looking for Amelia Alexander Smith from Westerford High School. That left-hand side area. Here come the Heat. was Lopes down the right-hand side who was trying to get around that defence. And Daniela Lopes from Millerton High. And the carry played into a 9-yard area, but good cover defence from the Raiders. Played up high. Now the carry from Dukins. Kazi on the run. And she wins the penalty corner. She probably wanted some advantage there. She's a little bit frustrated because she had a bit of space to work with. Once she'd found the foot, there was space, backspace, and I think she would love to have taken it into that space and unleashed a reverse stick shot at goal. But the umpires awarded a penalty corner. It's the number, they've gone into double figures. So 10 penalty corners for this Raiders side, an emphatic performance. Well, they decided to go from the unconventional side. You see it used it in indoor quite a lot. Let's see what the Raiders have up their sleeves. Played short, played past, and now into the D, into Grasso. Grasso with the reverse stick shot. She gets it back again. Can't miss her in those bright orange boots as she still works it and wins penalty corner number 11. So we saw what they were doing, unconventional side. They allowed it to go past the 5-meter dotted line, which meant that it was sort of open season. You could hit at any height and then play the help side away from the defense of the Heat. See what they do now. They go conventional side. Play to the top. Abrams in with the hit. It's awkward. It's Henderson now on the ball. And Maria Ward. So Abrams again just struggling to hit that ball flat. She's had an outstanding game and probably deserves a goal. Let's see if she can do it. It comes in. Abrams now works it to the byline for a deflection from Henderson, but it was off target, that deflection, but the defender got a stick on it. Long corner for the Raiders. Henderson hit into the far side for Gomes. Gomes just can't get the touch she wanted. She's back on it again into the 9-yard area. Now the run in from the 104 from the Raiders. I don't have a name for the 104. Once again, they get an outcome. So if they can't unleash a shot, at least get a penalty corner, which every coach loves. So they're not squandering their chances, they're at least getting a penalty corner. Now it's the execution of the penalty corner. That's the important thing. Can they finish off? Play to the top. Shot comes in from Grasso. It's a powerful one at that. Gets a foot. Well, Gabriela Grasso coming into this game, the late stages from Fairmont High School. To the top, Abrams on the flick, and it's just wide. Trying to drag flick and then a little dance in her afterwards. She got down nice and low, but it just rolled off the front of her stick. Just not enough time. The ball didn't spend enough time on her stick before she unleashed that, and it's the end of the game here. It's 3-0 win for the Raiders. goals by Anjan Kazi, a brace for her in the first quarter from open play, and one in the third quarter. Another goal from Hannah Henderson from a penalty corner sees the Raiders win 3-0 here in Cape Town. CPL 7. We'll see you after the break.